YouTubers, welcome back to a special holiday episode of Maxwell Starr's Beer Reviews. Tonight we're going to take a look at Day 5 of the 12 Beers of Christmas. We're going to take a look at a growler of beer that me and Sith went up to Fredericton especially to go pick out. Going to take a look at Picaroons Snowman's Best Friend. Now, Snowman's Best Friend is made with candy cane coffee and mint leaves. So, Man's Best Friend is, of course, their English-style porter. Now, what's so special about the coffee that's contained within this beer is it's actually using St. John's own Java Moose coffee from Java Moose Coffee Roasters. Sith is a huge fan of Java Moose, so we decided, you know what, we'll split the gas costs. So we went up to Picaroons Boutique on Sunday, and grabbed the Day 5 special. Now, it's released as part of their 12 Beers of Christmas series, where they release like one dark, one light one. It started last Wednesday, I think, at the time of this recording, and the first one was Blitzen Coffee Stout, which was brewed with Java Moose coffee. We weren't lucky enough to get a hold of one of those, but lo and behold, on a Sunday afternoon when we were free, we got a chance to grab this one. So, without further ado, let's pop the cover off of this. I bought this yesterday. It's a growler. They don't hold their carbonation too well, so I'm hopeful there's still some carbonation left. Doesn't look too bad. Man's Best Friend, though, is probably the highest rated porter on this channel. I love Man's Best Friend. It's absolutely delicious. The only thing I'm a little worried about is that while coffee sounds delicious, Java Moose coffee is actually really delicious anyway. The big worry is that if it's brewed with mint leaves and candy canes, then it's going to be very minty, and there's a hit or miss thing on this channel with mint beers. Mostly miss. Hogan's Goat from Bose was okay, but really didn't need to be minty. Bud Light Lime Mojito had so much fake mint, and it was actually gross. But I'm remain hopeful and seeing that if this is going to be any good, so why don't we give it a sniff. I know I'm smelling a lot of mint off of this thing already just talking about it. Wow. Nice and peppery mint. Very peppery mint. Also very sweet smelling. It does smell like a candy cane. Right off the top of it, it's very candy caney. And there's also a lot of chocolate in there as well. The guys at Picaroons, the boutique, said that they must have added chocolate to it, but it's not advertised on the Facebook page. So it does really smell like there's a lot of chocolate, but Man's Best Friend Porter has a lot of chocolate aromas, and anyway, a lot of roasty caramel aromas as well. So it could be coming in from that. But really, it smells like candy canes and chocolate. Maybe a little bit of roasted malt. But a tiny touch of fresh brewed coffee. That is really nice smelling. And also, I didn't really say much about the appearance. It's perhaps maybe a little darker than your typical Man's Best Friend. There's definitely some ruby redness coming around here. And also, it's hard to tell, but it almost looks a little hazy. Look at the head on that thing. So far, great marks for appearance, great marks for smell, even though it's got mint in it. It smells fantastic, so let's give this thing down the hatch. You know what? That's not bad. At first, it almost seems a little light. It's definitely thin in body. Well, I mean, I'd say medium body. It's not quite full body. It's a lot lighter than the color kind of lends itself to. But it's really tasty. There's lots of roasted coffee, lots of nice bakers, and even some milk chocolate in there as well. And the gentle wafting of nice minty flavor in it as well. Mint doesn't normally work well with coffee, but this isn't bad at all. It's almost like drinking an after-8 bar. There's some roasted malts that stick around in the back of the throat. And there's a cooling sensation from almost a cool mint that sits on the tip of your tongue. And the mintiness kind of permeates your mouth. but it's the good kind of fresh mint. It's not like the not like fake toothpaste mint or mint extract. This tastes real. That's not bad. I'm still on the fence of whether mint really works well in beer or not. But if there's any beer out there to actually give it a chance, it's that. That's not bad at all. Oh, and it finishes nice and... I mean, there's a little bit of sweetness in it, especially considering if they added candy canes and chocolate, there's going to be sweetness in there. But it does dry your mouth out. You do want to take another sip. It's just a big matter of whether you like mint or not, especially in your beer. But I've in fact had Java Moose's candy cane coffee, and this really tastes like Java Moose's candy cane coffee with some added chocolate. It's like a mocha. I'm going to sit down with this one for a second. Be right back with some thoughts. And we're back with Picaroons Snowman's Best Friend. So, what did I think? I'm kind of glad I sat down with this one for a bit, because while I was overwhelmed with the way it tasted just like After 8 Bar. It was like drinking candy chocolate beer. And it still is. But after a while, the taste almost sort of faded into the mint. The mint kind of got stronger and stronger as it went on. And I'm not saying that it did so in a bad way. It did so in a very fresh mint way. I mean, it is a fresh growler of beer with some nice fresh. That they probably took a batch of Man's Best Friend and added mint to it within the couple days before they actually released the beer. So, to be totally honest, it's got a really nice fresh mint tasting to it, flavor to it, and it's not bad. It's just that mint starts to gain on you, and I'm still on the fence of whether mint works well with beer. But that said, it tastes awesome otherwise. I'm really glad I got a chance to try this. Last year, I got the chance to try one of the 12 beers of Christmas, and it was the Yuletide one on, which was their Imperial Pilsner infused with juniper berries. And that one was kind of meh. This one, I'm really got to say, I'm glad to have actually tried this. But is it absolutely incredible? I love the taste of it. But I don't know if I could drink too much of this, because the mint starts to gain on it. I still love it. I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. Definitely, well, if it comes out next year, definitely give it a try. You're not going to be able to try it again this year because they're already sold out of it. And I'm probably going to be able to finish off that growler, but it's going to take it more than one night because it's not that it's too much mint. It kind of grows on you. And mint doesn't necessarily work well in beer, but if there's any beer style at all that's going to work well with mint, it's going to be a stout or a porter. And good news, kind of does. So if it's available, definitely give it a try. Don't let the mint scare you too much. But if you're not a big fan of mint, you're not going to like this beer. Otherwise, if you're a big fan of porters, you're going to love this beer. So it's really hit or miss. I'm giving it an in-between. I'm giving it a 3.5 out of 5. Thanks for watching Maxwell Starr's beer review of Snowman's Best Friend from Picaroons. Happy holidays, folks. We'll talk to you guys later. Cheers.